This player's disrespectful behaviour towards Nadal is shocking. Hey ho folks, today we have some shocking revelations of a tennis player who seems to have missed the memo about sportsmanship. Trust me, it's going to be a wild ride, so buckle up and let's dive in. But fair warning, if you're a die-hard Nadal fan, you might want to sit down and take some deep breaths before you watch this. As everyone knows, Nadal is considered one of the greatest tennis players of all time, with 20 Grand Slam titles to his name. He's known for his sportsmanship and fair play, but unfortunately, not everyone seems to share the same values. That's kind of expected, right? The legend of Rafael Nadal. So, we are going to show you some of the most shocking and disrespectful behaviour towards Nadal that we've ever seen on the court, and trust me, some of it is mind-boggling. But before we dive in, let's take a closer look at why Nadal is such a revered figure in the world of tennis. Rafael Nadal, also known as the King of Clay, was born in Mallorca, Spain in 1986. He started playing tennis at the age of 3 and quickly showed a natural talent for the sport. In 2003, he won his first ATP match.
Well, the tactic worked, but I don't know that it should have done.
And in 2005, he won his first French Open title, becoming the youngest player to do so in the Open era. Nadal's success continued throughout the years, and he became known for his relentless work ethic, his incredible speed and agility on the court, and his powerful forehand. He's won a total of 20 Grand Slam titles, including 13 French Open titles, which is a record in itself. But Nadal is not just known for his on-court achievements. He's also known for his sportsmanship and his fair play. He's always been a gracious winner and a gracious loser, and he's never been involved in any major controversy. Disrespectful treatment towards Nadal exposed. Unfortunately, not everyone shares Nadal's values of fair play and sportsmanship. Over the years, there have been several instances of disrespectful behaviour towards him on the court. Let's take a closer look at some of the most shocking ones. Remember the time when Nick Kyrgios insulted Nadal's girlfriend? In 2019, Australian player Nick Kyrgios faced Nadal in the second round of the Wimbledon Championships. During the match, Kyrgios insulted Nadal's girlfriend, Maria Francisca Pareo, by saying, "You're banging a 19-year-old." Nadal was understandably furious and confronted Kyrgios at the net, telling him that it was unacceptable to talk about his personal life like that. This incident caused a lot of controversy, and many people criticised Kyrgios for his disrespectful behaviour. Nadal later said in an interview that he had lost a lot of respect for Kyrgios after the incident. How about the time when Fabio Fognini insulted Nadal during a match? That was back in 2019, when an Italian player, Fabio Fognini, faced Nadal in the semi-finals of the Monte Carlo Masters. During the match, Fognini insulted Nadal in Italian, calling him a son of a bitch. Nadal didn't react to the insult at the time, but later said in an interview that he had heard what Fognini had said and that it was unacceptable. Fognini was fined $4,300 for his behaviour, but many people thought the punishment was too lenient. Fognini has a history of on-court outbursts, and this incident only added to his reputation as a controversial player. And yet, he doesn't really stop. Like, you just begin to wonder, I don't know, maybe he's a bit sick. Nick Kyrgios makes another appearance on our list, this time for his disrespectful behaviour towards Nadal's playing style. During a match in 2019, Kyrgios imitated Nadal's serve, including his pre-serve routine, in a mocking way. This behaviour was not only disrespectful to Nadal, but also to the sport of tennis itself. Nadal later commented on the incident, saying that he wasn't bothered by Kyrgios' behaviour, but it wasn't the right way to behave on the court. These incidences are just a few examples of the disrespectful behaviour that Nadal has had to endure over the years. The epic showdown, uncovering the intense rivalry between Nadal and Berdych. Before we get into their epic battles, let's go back to a fateful day in 2006 at the Madrid Masters quarter-finals. Berdych faced off against defending champion Rafael Nadal, and let me tell you, the tension was high. Berdych had a slight edge in their head-to-head coming into the match, but Rafa wasn't about to let that intimidate him. He gave Berdych massive respect, saying he didn't see himself as the favourite to win. You've got to admire Rafa's humility, but don't underestimate his skills on the court. Now, despite not having the support of the crowd, Berdych pulled off a major upset and celebrated with a classic shush gesture to quiet the audience. Little did he know, that move would come back to haunt him. He exchanged a few words with Nadal during the handshake and continued the feud even after they both shook hands with the umpire. Yikes, someone needs to call a tennis therapist. Berdych explained that he performed the shushing gesture to remind the spectators that Nadal's victory was not a given in every match, and he couldn't understand why the crowd wanted Rafa to win the match and the tournament. But come on, Berdych, it's tennis, not the Davis Cup. You can't expect the home favourite to win every single time. Berdych also took a dig at Rafa's game, saying that he only plays one style of tennis, running everywhere and hitting incredible shots. But if it works, it works. And Rafa didn't appreciate the criticism, pointing out that cheering for local players was the norm at every tournament. He even brought up his treatment at the Swedish Open the week before, where he didn't receive any support from the crowd, but didn't complain about it. Now, if you're thinking Berdych had a shot at redemption, think again. Nadal went on to win 19 of their next 20 meetings, with Berdych's only victory coming in the quarter-finals of the Australian Open in 2015. That's gotta hurt for Berdych. The shocking reasons behind disrespectful behaviour. Why do some players behave disrespectfully towards him? Now, we all know Nadal is a beast on the court. With his fierce determination and relentless drive, he's dominated the sport of tennis for over a decade. But with great success comes great envy, and unfortunately, some players can't help but feel a little jealous of the King of Clay. I mean, come on. Nadal's success is unparalleled. He's won a record of 13 French Open titles, 21 Grand Slam titles overall, and countless other titles and accolades. It's no wonder that some players may feel a twinge of envy towards him. But envy alone does not justify disrespectful behaviour towards a fellow player. Now, some players may also lack respect for the sport of tennis itself. They may see it as just a job. And not have the same passion and love for the game as Nadal does. This lack of respect for the sport can lead to disrespectful behaviour not only towards Nadal, but towards other players as well. But let's get real here. Disrespectful behaviour towards Nadal is simply unacceptable. The guy is a legend of the game and deserves nothing but respect from his fellow players. Plus, let's not forget the fact that Nadal is not just a great player, but a great person. His sportsmanship, humility and kindness off the court are just as admirable as his tennis skills on it. It's time for all of us to give Rafael Nadal the respect he deserves. And if you're still not convinced, just take a look at his biceps. Try telling us you're not intimidated. But in all seriousness, Nadal has worked hard to become one of the greatest players in the history of tennis. He's an inspiration to millions of fans around the world, and he deserves nothing but admiration and respect. So, let's all make a pledge to be better sports people, both on and off the court. Let's embrace the values of fair play, respect, and sportsmanship that make tennis such a special sport. Let's embrace the values of fair play, respect, and sportsmanship that make tennis such a special sport. And with that, we want to hear from you. Have you ever witnessed disrespectful behaviour towards Nadal or any other player on the court? What do you think can be done to prevent it from happening in the future? Let us know in the comments below. And that, my friends, is game, set and match for this episode of Glam Slam Tennis. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action and what we have in store. Until next time, stay fabulous and ace those serves.